All right, what's going on YouTube? How's it going? My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader, and you've landed on the Jim of all trades trading channel. Glad you made it by. I trade from an Elliott Wave perspective, and here to help you understand that market from the Elliott Wave perspective. Normally on Sunday nights we do Sunday night charts, but I'm not going to be able to do that tonight. So what I've done is I'm going to just bring some TA to you for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP plus Litecoin, and then I've taken some requests from my trading group as well. We're going to hit Link, LTC, YFI, the Turkish Lira, GoPro, the DXY, and Smile Direct Club. So anyway, we're going to take those chart requests as well. I'll probably hit Tesla if I can remember to do that. And we'll just try to hit all the requests that normally people are looking at. I think, let's see, there's some others that I'm thinking of. If I have time and energy to do that, I'll be glad to. So this is going to be a power-packed 30 minutes. I've only got about 30 minutes to get this video done for you. So with that being said, let's jump into the market. Don't forget, not financial advice, never intended to be so. All right, let's look at the Bitcoin chart and check it out and see what's going on. Let's see here. We're gonna start out at the 6-hour chart, guys. I'm gonna go fast and show you what's at stake here, okay? All right, so basically the chart's clearing up just a little bit here. There's a couple options. The 1-2-1-2 to the downside is still on the table. When we talk about a 1-2-1-2 to the downside, what we're saying is that we got a 1, a 2, and then we usually have a third wave, right? But that third wave will have a 1-2 of that wave. Sometimes it'll go a little deeper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And so you'll get this shape right at the beginning with a pullback, okay, and then gone. So that's a 1-2-1-2, but the 1-2 is the 1-2 of the third wave, okay. And so that would mean, it implies you got a really big downside coming once this second wave is done. How does that how does the 1-2-1-2 invalidate itself? Right here. If it breaks this high right here, then we don't have a 1-2 then a 1-2, because the 2 wave can't break higher, or excuse me, it can't retrace past the origin of the 1 wave. So that wouldn't be a way to validate that. Let me just make sure I got video. My audio has not been working very well lately, so I'm just going to check every now and then just to make sure I got audio rocking. Okay, so that being said, 1-2-1-2 to the downside is still on the table. Guys, that implies major downside to come. Okay, I'm leaning away from that just because of the shape of this wave, but it doesn't mean it's out the table. But nevertheless, I'm leaning more towards the WXY to the downside, whereas what we have here, and I'll give you the bullish count as well. So we've got a 3-wave move here. It's probably not a WXY. That should be an ABC. Because it's a 5-3-5, okay. Then what we have is a WXY back to the upside, 3, 3, and a 3. Now what that would mean, so if that's a 3-wave move, so we got a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move. What that would imply is that we would be looking for, once this thing is finished, a 3-wave move to the downside like that, and that would give us a big 3-wave move like so. Okay, so what would that look like? Here, how would we interpret this wave in light of that? Well, it's again, it would be a WXY. Let me show you how we would support that subcount. Okay, the other option is it's an ABC with a triangle. So let me show you the 2 different ways I'm looking at this wave right here. First off, let's look at the triangle really quick here. If this is a triangle, we generally like to see that triangle in the RSI, and we do see a triangular shape right here in the RSI. So yeah, I mean, it's very likely, very possible that indeed is a triangle, okay. And we've broken out of the triangle on both charts, and so the way we would count that is A, B, C, D, E, like that, and we got a 5-wave move working out of that. And the way that looks is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's going to get us up to our targets of about $10,900 roughly, is what I'd be looking for if that is a triangle. So this is the way it would shape up, like this. Yeah, just like that. You see it? Boom, boom, and boom. And we'd be looking at 10,008, 11,000. I don't know what I said. If I said 10.9, I meant 11.9, okay? 11,800 to 11,900 in that region. And that would be a 3-wave move to the upside. and then we would be looking for, again, a three-wave move down afterwards. Okay, so in the small time frame, I'm actually looking for another up move very soon, and am currently looking for long. I am currently in a long position right now. Now, if it's not a triangle, which is a high likelihood it is, but if it's not a triangle, it could simply be a WXY. How would we interpret it that way? Sorry, guys, I got lots of notifications coming in. We got a three-wave move right there. Actually, we'd look at it like this. A three-wave move to this point right here. Three-wave move down right there. That makes sense of this five-wave move. This would be a C-wave right there of an ABC flat. Okay. I'm trying to go fast, get a lot in, but not overwhelm you here. And then we got a three-wave move working like this. Still looking for 5 waves to finish. What would that be? If that's the case, how would we measure that guy? Measure it a little differently. We'd have lower targets, 11,600 to 11,900 for the 127 extension. Almost $12,000, guys. Almost $12,000 right here. These two targets we'd be looking for. We haven't even hit the one-to-one extension of that yet. But that's the way I'm looking at the waves, guys. But with those two counts, we're looking for downside once we hit targets. Now, what if this were bullish? Is there a way to look at this in a bullish way? Well, I don't like the way, to me, the wave structure doesn't say bullish to me. It says bearish, but if it's bullish, let me say what it would be. This would be some kind of a three-wave move right here. And then what we would have, what you'd have to say is that this is some kind of a leading diagonal off the bottom like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leading diagonal. Three-wave move to the downside, and now we're making in the middle of making the third wave to the upside. In other words, if we're bullish, we're looking something like this. One, two, probably 3 up here, 4, 5. Looking at above $15,000 by the time it's said and done. Looking at the $15,000 range for a wave to finish out. So, you know, there's a bullish scenario if we're dealing with the bull wave. So if this thing starts coming up here and gets past this 12,400, guys, if it gets past that and closes beyond it, I'm going to be thinking bullish. I'm going to be thinking something like this. Okay. That's the way I'm going to be thinking. Now, what if it just comes up to that 12,000 real quick and then we get rejection? Well, I'm going to look at that as a three wave there. So that's 3, 3, that was extended, and then we're still looking for that three wave down. So it's still possible for a bearish scenario, even if it gets up there. So hard to tell, but right now to me, long is the direction. Long is the direction on the moderate time frame between the 1 hour and the 8 hour chart. Okay, then we're going to be looking for extremes being set in the RSI with divergence as clues for a short. So that's the way we're thinking about Bitcoin. So there's Bitcoin, guys. That's the way I'm thinking about the Elliott wave count. Let's look at Ethereum and see what she's doing. Okay, let's jump into the 8 hour chart and just step back. I want to remove all my drawings here. All right, so what we have here, in my opinion, is a impulse off the bottom, and now we're making a three wave to the upside. Now, still, a couple things are in play, and I'll tell you about the invalidation points here. Okay, so if this is well, let me turn my phone off, guys. Sorry about that. All right. If this is a 5-wave move down, okay, we're looking for a 3-wave pullback. It could come up here, even retest this high, and then come on down like that. And that would give us a 5-3-5 move to the downside. And that would be a nice correction of this big bull move. And then we'd be looking for more upside after this thing came down. So in other words, we'd be waiting. We'd be in that scenario looking for this thing to come on up to corrective fibs. Let's take a peek at where we could expect price to come if that is one count that we're looking at. We'd be looking at price from 400 to 423. Could wick up to 450. Guys, that's possible. So we could get a 3-wave move all the way up here. It could. We'll just have to watch the wave structure and the RSI as it comes up and look for clues to trade it along the way. I'm a master spotter of hidden divergence, and I put a lot of weight on that as well. And so we watch the divergences along the way as we trade this thing. But that being said, we're looking for a move to finish up here. Now, if that's the case, if that's just a 3-wave move, we'd have to count this as a 3-wave. Let me show you how I'd count it. I'd count it as a W wave, W to there. We've got a 3-wave here for an X wave, and then we're looking for a 3-wave move as a Y wave. Okay, let's put the fibs and see if there's any confluence here with the fibs, and we got nice confluence right around the $400 mark, guys. 1-to-1 extension. Okay, and that would be a nice shape for a correction there. But again, could get all the way up here as well before down. That would imply downside if that's going to be the shape of a correction, and then down. Okay. Now, again, if we're thinking bullish from here, then we would have to say, well, this was some kind of a 335, which to me the structure doesn't support that at all. The structure of that wave does not support a 335, but you'd have to say that's a 335 right there. And this is a 1-2, and now this is a 1-2 of the next wave, and now we're getting the 1 wave of the next wave. And so it's really bullish, heading up big time. I don't see that in this particular chart. And to be honest with you, I don't believe that's the case in Bitcoin either, but I just want to have said it as a possibility to at least consider that, when you're not thinking about certain things, you might consider that in the long run. Okay, all right, let me just check a trade here. There we go. There we go. So that's a possibility there. WXY up here to, anyway, first target's around 390, second target's about 400, third target's about 420. And then the final target is about 450. Okay, those would be the targets. So write those down. You can rewind that video there and get those targets again. But those targets would be there, and we'd be looking for reversal signs around those targets. I'd be watching it here. Okay, then I'd be watching here. Okay, and then I'd be watching a wick up to there and then down again. But again, I'm looking for a down wave after that, and it's going to be a down wave similar in size and shape to this one right here. Okay, so we'd be looking for something like that. Okay, that's going to get us down below $300, guys. And I'll give you, once we start getting those targets or getting there, this wave finishes, I'll bring another video and give you some downside targets. But just to give you an idea, we'd be looking at, if we hit the 127 extension, we'd be looking at 240, 244 right here at the top of this, right here. This is a nice confluent zone here. We'd be looking at around the $250 range. Okay. For that correction to be done, but it could go even lower than that. But that's the first place we'd be watching. I guess the real first place is the top of this wave right here, the 786. So there you go. There's Ethereum. Let's jump into Litecoin as well. All right, Litecoin's a little different than those charts, so let's look at Litecoin here. 8-hour chart. Okay, so what we see on the Litecoin chart here is, and Litecoin's a little bit clearer than the other two charts, to be honest with you. I've got the fibs pulled in this wave right here, and you can see that this was a 3-wave move that came up to the 1-to-1 extension, which is $66, $67, right? And then we got a rejection off of that, and it looks like we got a kind of a 5-wave rejection, or in the process of a 5-wave rejection. Let me take some measurements. Man, I'm getting so many notifications here, guys. Sorry about that. But they're probably popping up behind my picture, so you don't see them. Yep. So we actually only here at the 127 extension. So right now, that's actually technically a 3-wave rejection here. Boom, 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 like that. We could be at reversal 1, 2, and then the middle of the next wave. But here's the problem with that view. The RSI isn't supporting that view. The RSI really on the 8-hour, let's see, the 6-hour, the 4-hour is showing hidden bearish divergence. Okay, it's showing hidden bearish divergence that basically from this peak, it's actually exaggerated divergence for now. So there's probably some upside to come, but it's probably basically the RSI is probably going to come up here with the next up move that we get with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and with Litecoin. We're probably going to get another move to the upside. We're going to have a down slope here on price and an up slope on the RSI, and that's going to mean down. That's hidden divergence to the downside. So that's the first thing I'm seeing here on the 4-hour chart. 2-hour chart is showing that a little bit more potential there, but again, RSI is still looking to the upside. got more room to go to the upside before we head down. So I'm still looking to the upside for this particular trade setup. Let's look at this wave right here. This looks like a 3-wave move here. Nothing fancy. It might be a leading diagonal, so be careful there. But it could simply just be a 3-wave move that begins with a WX and then a Y. Right now we're sitting around the 1-to-1 extension. We haven't made the 127 extension, and Litecoin likes to hit the 1618 a lot of times, sometimes. So especially when it gets pretty bullish. So anyway, let's put a target zone right in that region, right there, about $52 to $54 in that range. Right there is where the targets I'd be looking for a short or a downward move, to see if Litecoin's going to take a downward move. Now remember, it could go up. The bullish look would be basically we'd get 1, 2, okay, 3 would get up here or to up here, $61, 4, and then 5, and then continue on there. I just don't know that the RSI is going to support that view. Okay, we'd have to get a really big move here pretty soon, pretty quick. Okay, check the volume here. We got volume. We're good to go. All right, so yep. Get that off the screen. So yeah, so that would be the bullish view of Litecoin, but I'm still looking for a move to the upside with a turnaround between $52 and $54. That's what I'd be watching for. Could get all the way up. Probably not going to get all the way up to 61. In fact, 54 would be the extreme. If it gets beyond 54, I'd be looking bullish, not bearish. Okay, there's Litecoin. Let's check out XRP next. Okay, XRP. Okay, let's go to the 8-hour chart. Kind of zoom out and then zoom back in. Let's remove all my drawings here and just see what we got. It appears that we've got a 3-wave move off the top again. Right here, boom, boom, boom. Okay, and now we're making it in the middle of a 3-wave move up, and I'm looking for a down move. That would be some kind of a WXY correction. Now this structure right here is pretty difficult to read. It could be some kind of a flat correction, 335, with an ending diagonal forming in XRP. Okay, that would be the 5-wave. So if you get a 335 out of it, this could be what's forming. So that would be an ABC. A, B, C up here. Actually, A would be right there. B, C, like that. Let me pull the fibs on that, see where we would come. If that's the right count. I can't say that that's the right count. That's one way I'm looking at the waves to interpret it. Guys, we're really close to a target here of about 26 to 27 cents in that ballpark there. Okay? Want to see that come up. One more hit to the high and then a rejection out of that wedge. You can see this wedge forming also in the RSI on this 8-hour time frame. So again, but there's room for this thing to kind of come up a little bit more, and then with the fall out of it to the downside. So that's what I'd be watching for in XRP. To me, get off my chart. To me, looking down. Okay, down from about 26.36 is what I'm looking at on the chart for a down move. Okay, but again, if we start getting above that 26.36 and continue, I'm going to reevaluate this and look at that much more bullishly. Okay. All right. So basically, all the charts are saying we've got another up move, and then I'm going to be watching for a potential reversal to the downside and going short. So short is the trade that I'm thinking of coming up next, but right now I'm thinking immediate term up to the upside is what we're looking for. Okay. All right. So let's we've hit. Let's see. We've hit Bitcoin. We've hit Ethereum. We've hit Litecoin. We've hit XRP. Very good. We're moving right along. Let's check out the DXY here, and then we're going to start hitting the rest of the requests here. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you made it this far, let me know you made it this far. Excuse me, you made it through the first 4, and leave a kind comment if you would, and let me know what you think of the channel and what you think of the TA and what your thoughts are on the on what's coming up. Let me know what you've learned from the channel, or if there's anything that you've been benefiting from as the videos have been put out. All right, so that being said, we're going to now hit, in this order, we're going to do the DXY, then we're going to hit Link and YFI, we're going to hit the Turkish Lira, Smile Direct, and then GoPro. And then if I have time, I'll do some bonus stuff at the end, but I'm starting to think I'm not going to have that kind of time. Okay. All right. So if you're looking at a Aussie JPY trade, here's a trade here's a trade setup that I'm looking at with this. I'm looking for probably a down move for a little while here, correction, then working its way up here somehow. Nothing goes straight up, so be understanding of that. But ultimate target area is this region for a short. Or continuation. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm really interested right here at about $77 on the Aussie JPY. All right, so I said that just because it was on my chart. I'm going to change this to the DXY. All right, and let's remove my drawings here. Let's go to the 8-hour chart. Tell you what I'm seeing. All right. Okay, we've come down here to the 1618 extension, and we've been bouncing all over it. Looks like we're making a fourth wave, guys, or finished the fourth wave, and now we're heading to the downside. But be careful because there is hidden bullish divergence being made, being worked on here on the chart. So the way I'm seeing this, most likely, the DXY got a three-wave move right here to the 1-to-1 extension. It was pretty clear. Then we got rejection off of it. It looks like a 5-wave. I'm looking for a 3-wave pullback and then a continuation move to the downside. Much like this right here. Boom. Okay. So this is a pretty large wave here. So I'm looking for a move up and then a continuation to the downside to finish that wave out. And that's going to give us a 5-wave move. That's going to finish to me, a 5-wave move to the downside, and it needs to be probably down here to $88, guys. Probably going to come pretty deep. Probably going to come and retest this low right here. That's probably where we're headed. Okay, going to retest this area right there. Check out that liquidity. And then I expect some kind of a move to the upside right after that. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for in the DXY. Basically, now that'll be invalidated with more up move from this region, so we'll have to wait and see. Let's look on the smaller time frame and see what we're seeing there. We are oversold. It needs a small time frame correction, no doubt about that. Here I'm on the 2-hour chart, so we need a 2-hour type correction here. So again, looking for some kind of move to the upside once this thing is finished. But I don't think this wave is finished quite yet. It looks like we got another wave down. Small time correction. So we're going to create some divergence here, and then up we go. So I'm seeing a little bit more in the immediate term, 30-minute chart. Okay, the way I'm looking at this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Looking for some more downside, and then we're going to get a 2-hour type correction to the upside. Something along these lines, and then down we go. Okay, to continue down our downtrend. That's what I'm thinking right now, based upon what I'm seeing in the chart with the RSI as we sit. Okay, so there's the DXY. Let's look at Link as well. Check that out. Link. Okay. Start the 8-hour chart. Looks like we're getting doesn't look like it. We're getting a larger type correction here, guys. And it looks like more downside is coming, but there's upside to go first. You can see how this is coming back, but the RSI is traveling a lot faster than price is. And so I'm looking for RSI to come up here and get oversold again here on the 8-hour chart. So let's see what kind of a target that would give us here if I put that up here. Looking for a target of about 1257 to 1372 in that ballpark to kind of finish out a 3-wave move here. Boom, 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 like that. And then more, I'm seeing more downside. That would be confluent to this range right here. Okay, the bottom of this wave, top of this wave. That'd be a pretty good area. 3 waves, so up, but I'd be looking for that short setup, and down we go. Okay, that's what Link looks like as far as I can tell right now. Now, it's not going to go straight up. It might pull back first and then up. And, this isn't a, calling for a definite get in the market now. You're going to have to use your trade strategy to enter. You're going to have to understand good trading techniques in order to enter your trades. But that being said, I'm seeing some upside before downside. Okay, and it's significant, several dollars in Link. Okay, all right, let's look at YFI. YFI, we'll look at it against the USD. All right, there we go. Not a lot of information here. Let's look at YFI on Binance against Tether. There we go, a little bit more information. Okay, what's this doing here? First off, it just doesn't look finished to me. We have not made it down to the one-to-one extension. I would be watching price. I'm interested in going long potentially at this region or this region, retesting this area or this area. So it looks like we're going to go up and then come back down here, retest this region, and then up we go. How high I can't say, but this might make a 3-wave and then a 5-wave like that. Who knows? Anyway, the shape that I'm seeing right now is up immediately, then down to this region here, and then up again. Okay, that's the way I'd look at YFI in the near term. All right, let's take a peek at Turkish lira. Okay, so I have that on my chart actually. There we go. Looking, it's beauty, mate, beauty. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh. Just going up. This is USD against the Turkish lira, so this means Turkish lira is going down. Man, this is just a gorgeous the way the waves are moving here. So looking like a good short coming up here, guys. Looking like a good short coming, but I see more upside to come. So this is the 3-day chart. In the grand scheme of things, we're looking at like this 1, 2. Now, looks like 3 is going to come up here and finish here, 4, and then 5. So I'm seeing a push up here to the $8.29 range, and then a pull down, and then one more hit to the high. That's the way I'm thinking about it, unless this is some kind of a diagonal, which I'm not certain that it is, but it certainly has kind of a shapy shape like a diagonal here. The reason I'm thinking 3 is up here instead of down here is because of this wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to finish this out here. Don't have the divergence that I'd be looking for a reversal here on the 3-day. Okay, don't even have it on the daily. So we do have some small wave divergence, but nothing substantial. So I'm still seeing some upside here, probably up to this region. Then I'm looking for short. After that, okay, but man, that's a beautiful bullish chart there. All right, so there's the Turkish lira. Up we go. All right, there we go. Let's look at Smile Direct, then we'll look at GoPro. Okay, Smile Direct on the Nasdaq. Okay, what are we doing here? This is the March dump here. Let's look at the 12-hour chart. Don't have a 12-hour chart. No 8-hour chart. 6-hour. There we go. I see hidden bullish. Well, that's actually bearish divergence there. Sorry, got a little backwards there. Yeah, it's close to a short, maybe. Just depends on if this is a 1-2 wave or an ABC wave. Hard to tell here, guys. So hard to tell. Long as the direction, but there's bearish divergence here in the 6-hour, so it looks like it's ready for a correction. So my guess is that we'd come up. Oh, come on. If I had to guess price action here, I'd probably guess we'd kind of come up, and then make our way down 3-wave-ish, and then we might go up another 3 waves, something like that. So hard to tell. Not a whole lot of information here. But looking like if it gets more bullish than that, then shoot, we're getting really bullish around $17. So $17 is the, but right now until we get surpassed $17, we're looking corrective for now. But this could be a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and that could be very bullish. But the RSI isn't telling that story quite the way I'd like to see that. So anyway, I mean, still could go up. So looks bullish for now, but up here, be watching around $13. Be watching around $15. See what price is doing. See what the RSI looks like. Watch for divergences. Okay, and now finally, let's look at GoPro. Oh, look at GoPro. Nice. Let's go to the daily chart. Okay. I mean, GoPro, whenever they go straight up, I'm always skeptical of continuation, so be careful here. This looks like a 3-wave move to the downside there. It might simply just be a 3-wave correction. This could be the beginning of a 5-wave impulse, guys. So hard to tell here. It can't get cheaper than about $2. So it could be a 3-wave correction that's finished or the beginning of an impulse here. So I would wait for a 3-wave correction and then continuation to the upside, or wait for, if this thing kind of corrects a little bit and goes up here to the 1-to-1 extension, then we're looking down from there again. But man, how do you go lower than $2? I mean, I guess you hit 0, right? So I don't know if GoPro stock is going to 0. I wouldn't think so. So I would think bullish here, wait for a small correction, and then bull mindset. I'd watch $9.68. If it gets up there, guys, we're looking really bullish. Okay, looking really bullish there. So watch the 741 and 842 as corrective waves for reversal to the downside. But if it gets up to 9.68, then we're looking bullish and we're going to the upside more. Okay, guys. All right, that's all the time I have. At 6:30, we got some meeting with some friends. We're going to play some board games tonight, so I'll be doing that instead of Sunday night charts. But I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope that TA was good. Leave a like, subscribe, don't forget, and we bring these videos as much as we can. Guys, I was very sparse with the videos this week. I'm going to try to bring a video every day this week if I can. I used to bring them every day without fail, but just lately the market's been sideways and hard to bring one every day. But I'm going to try to bring one every day, whether it's just teaching you something in trading or just getting TA out to you as the market does what it's doing. Okay? You guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping by the channel, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.